Yes, student, today we are going to learn zeros of polynomial. Before starting, some points we have to keep in mind. Number first, what are zeros? The zeros of polynomial px. A polynomial is expressed by the term px are the solution of equation px equal to 0. Zeros of polynomial are solutions. Solution means the value of variable on putting which the value of polynomial becomes 0. Number second, the number of zeros of a polynomial can be more than 1. If we have to find the zeros of polynomial, it may be 1 or more than 1. Third, a linear polynomial has one and only one zero. This is the main point that you have to remember. A polynomial with degree 1 is called linear polynomial. A linear polynomial has always how many zeros? Only one zero. If the polynomial is quadratic, quadratic means in which the degree is 2, like x square plus 2. The zeros will be more than 1, and the number of zero we can identify on the basis of the degree. If any polynomial is having the degree 2, then the number of zeros will be 0. If the polynomial has the degree 3, then the zeros of the polynomial will be 3. So this point you have to note. For linear polynomial, zeros are 1. If the polynomial is of more than 1 degree, that is quadratic. For quadratic, zeros are 2. For cubic, zeros are 3. And according to the degree, this way we can find the zeros. Fourth point, the zeros of polynomial may be 0. If we find the zero of polynomial, it can be any value and it may be 0. You can get the value as 0. Some of the examples we are taking. Number first example, 5x minus 10. First of all, let us classify it as linear, quadratic or cubic. Here the variable x has the power 1, or we can say the degree of the polynomial is 1. So it is what type of polynomial? Linear. So how many zeros it will have? It will have only one zero. Now we have to select by trial and error. We have to find such a value of x on putting which, and after calculation we'll get the total value of this polynomial as 0. So if I take x equal to 2, then in place of x we write p1 into 5 into p2 into 5 into 2 minus 10. 5 to 10, 10 minus 10 will give 0. So when we take the value x equal to 2, the value of the polynomial will become 0. So we will say 2 is the 0 of the polynomial. 2 is 0 of the polynomial. Which polynomial? Linear polynomial. It has only one 0 and that is 2. Come to the next. Here the polynomial we have px equal to 4x square minus 16. What type of polynomial it is? It is quadratic polynomial. Why? Since it has the degree 2. So here we will get how many zeros? 2 zeros. Why? Because the degree is 2. Let us take first value as 2. If I am taking x equal to 2, then it will become 4, 2 square minus 16, 2 2 ja 4 minus 16, 4 4 ja 16, and 16 minus 16 will give 0. So taking the value of x equal to 2, after calculation we get the value of polynomial equal to 0. So we will say 2 is the 0 of the polynomial. Now let us find out another 0. If I'll take x equal to minus 2, see what will happen. 4 within bracket minus 2 whole square minus 16. We're going to calculate. We know that whenever we do the square of any negative sign, it is always changes into positive, because negative into negative will give positive. So it will change into positive. 2 into 2 will give 4 minus 16. 4 4 just 16 minus 16. Both are in opposite, so change into 0. So if we take x equal to minus 2, then the value of variable value of polynomial becomes 0. If we take the value of x equal to 2, the value of polynomial becomes 0. So this way we will say here that the zeros of this quadratic polynomial are 2 and minus 2 are zeros of polynomial tx. So for linear, how many zeros we get? 1. For quadratic, how many zeros we get? 2. Now, let us see the last point. The zeros of polynomial may be 0. I am taking the third example, px equal to x square. Now, if we take in place of x equal to 0, and we will do the square of it. 0 square. 0 square will give 0. So, we can say on taking x equal to 0, the value of polynomial becomes 0. So here the 0 of the polynomial is 0. Why? Because on taking 0, the polynomial becomes 0. Therefore, 0 is the 0 of the polynomial px, this polynomial. So this way we can find the zeros of the polynomial. Thank you.